Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. This is Azam with INVESTOFY.com, and today I'm going to do our upcoming week's market analysis. It is May 30th, 2017. So first of all, we're just going to take a look at our spreadsheet and the positions that we have open and that have closed. So currently ALKS is still open. The last closing price for that stock was $58.41. We bought it at $59.49. So our risk is technically at this point, if we close, we lose about $1.08 per share. NUS is still open currently. Gap closed. We remember it closed as a loss. We lost $2.26 per share. And since we were trading with a $1,000 account, we only took 2 positions, so we lost $4.52 on that one. Carbonite was profitable. It hit our initial profit range, and so it closed with a profit. SRPT was a loss. XPO is technically still open, but it did reach our initial profit range, so we did close at least half of our position. The remaining half, we have moved it to the entry price. So now even if it goes against us, we will at least should be able to get out with a positive return. AMD was the big loss that we took because it just gapped down after the earnings, even though the news was good for this company. So that happens. That's why it's so important that we risk only a little bit per position. WUBA is closed as a profitable trade. It reached its target. AEM profitable. VG was closed a little too early, but now it's starting to go back up, so it's fine to take small losses. LPSN was a profitable trade. AMBA profitable. TZU, PSX was a small loss that we took, and we closed down the position. COM and Hecla Mining are still open. Okay, so that's the quick look at our current positions. Now let's start to take a look at the upcoming week's market. Okay, so let's take a look at the S&P 500 index. We saw that on March 31st, 2017, it had reached an all-time high, and then it had a little bit of a downward. It went down, but then last week it broke through that high. So currently S&P is standing at an all-time high. That means the top 500 stocks are in an uptrend, and we can probably anticipate that it will continue going up. Let's take a look at the dollar index. So when the S&P is going up, we're seeing that the dollar has been in a bit of a downtrend. It was somewhat of a higher close than the week before, but we still anticipate that it might continue going down into the 95s range. Let's take a look at the gold index. And gold is actually let me look at the gold trust. As you can see here, gold had a bit of an uptrend, then it pulled back a little, and now it's starting to push back up. So we may look for gold to continue going up, which makes sense, right? Because if the dollar is weak, a lot of times gold is going to be stronger. But this also is a little cautionary tale here, that if gold is going up, what's happening with the S&P right now? It's going up. So if both of them are going up, I feel like that the S&P 500 is going to start getting weaker, and it might start to go down if gold continues its strength. So we'll continue looking at that. Okay, so let's take a look at potential trades we're looking for this upcoming week. The first and foremost is eBay. eBay is reaching all-time highs, and it can easily be bought if you want to, but I'm going to take a look at it to break its high from last week. If it reaches $35.35, then eBay is a pretty good buy in my opinion at 35.35. Whoops. Okay, so we'll be looking for that. The next one is a Newmont Mining Corporation, which is actually a gold mining firm. Now for this, again, we're seeing that the gold is getting stronger. So that means the stocks that are in metals will actually see some strength coming into them. So I think I would be looking to buy this at around, I would say, at the high of around $34.86. Yeah, $34.94, around here, close to $35. So once it hits that range, there's a good chance to buy this with very little risk. So let's just say we add in our tracking values at 34.86, and we'll probably put our stop at around $32. So that's the key to investing, is that we're looking at a long-term approach, but at the same time we're minimizing our risks. So let's just say we buy it at 32.86, and we'll put a stop near, yeah, $31.97, $32. So we're risking around $2.85, $2.90 per share, and we can anticipate that if we buy it at 35, it can easily go to all $40 or even higher if the market goes down. So it's important for us to keep an eye on that. The next one is actually interesting, and this kind of makes sense. It's JetBlue. Now JetBlue, in my opinion, is a buy at this point. It's actually at, the last 6-month high. It's reached that level. So the thing is that we will be looking at is how does it perform in this coming week. If it breaks above its high from last week at $23.17, this could be a good buy and can go in the high 20s or even all-time highs. And it makes sense, right? Because we are in the summer season, and so airline stocks are actually looking to profit off of that. Same thing with Delta Airlines, starting to go up, so we might look for it to go slightly higher in this coming week, and we might look to buy it. Now the next one is LKQ, and here's something that I want to show you. How do we find these stocks to be Sharia compliant? So there's a lot of things that we look at, that me and Sheikh Joe Bradford look at. One of the things that's very important to us is, what's the market? Like, how big is the company? We're technically looking at $1 billion company. Secondly, we're looking at if the company has very little debt or no debt at all, ideally. Then we're looking at the industry. It's important that we know what industry it is in, because that's where socially responsible companies come in for us. Essentially, we won't be investing in companies that are in aerospace or defense. We won't be investing in companies that are in alcohol, gambling, or banking credit services at all, or that have very high debt or are paying very high interest. So that's where Sheikh Joe Bradford assists on making sure that even though the industry might be clean, the company looks good, it might have financial issues that are not apparent. So it's a concept where we're using value investing, where we're looking at value in the company, and then we're looking at, is it Sharia compliant? A good example that I want to use right now is of Netflix. Netflix is a great company. I am sure that a lot of us have a Netflix account or have access to a Netflix account. So currently it's worth $162 a share, Netflix, all right? But here's the thing, it's a very financially strong company. They have very little debt, they're investing well. But here's the thing, it is not Sharia compliant because this company falls in entertainment. So regardless, even if a company is financially strong, that does not mean that it's actually a investment that you can look into. You have to look at the industry as well. So it's very interesting from that point of view. Okay, that was just a bit going off tangent. Now coming back to LKQ. I believe that LKQ can be a good buy at around $32. So we'll look at that. Garmin is pretty solid company. So I think around, yeah, $53 would be where we are looking to invest in Garmin. Simone or Silicon Motion, SIMO, might be a buy at $52.05. So because it's near its all-time high, and there's a good chance that it'll probably, go through it and continue going higher. WPM is a precious metal steels company, so we're seeing that gold is getting stronger. So I might be looking to buy this at above $22. Yeah, and the stock can easily go to $26, $27, so you can make a good 10 to 20% return on a company like that. Microsoft is reaching all-time highs. So this coming week, we need to see if Microsoft is going to continue going higher. And if it does, then it's a buy near $70 for me. Emerson Electric, we'll be looking to buy it near 61. Okay, this is the transportation company, Swift. And I believe I would be looking to buy it close to 25 once it breaks out from the high for the last few weeks. Yeah, and once that happens, this stock can easily shoot up a good 10% in value. Silver again, we're looking at AG, and I might be looking to buy this around $10, at least 9.7. So above it, it has to break through this level and continue going up. And this is something that can easily go into the $15, $16 range. So there's a lot of potential with silver. Tesoro, I'm still keeping an eye for it. We believe that we can buy this near $86 if the stock continues going higher. Autoliv, they're similar to AutoZone, so we'll see how it's we'll look at about 110 if we want to buy this. Box.com is in an uptrend, and I think if it breaks above $19 this coming week, we can look to buy, and I believe that this stock has a lot of potential. The company is doing really well in terms of their sales, and pretty solid company altogether. Etsy, we're probably looking to buy it around $14. So once it breaks out, it can continue going higher, and the potential with Etsy is a lot. Again, tech company, low debt. Dynegy is in the talks of being bought out, and that's why their stock had this jump all the way down from the low of $5.84. This is a good value stock in my opinion to invest in. So we'll be looking to buy this around $9.60, or maybe even if there's a breakout over $10. Yeah, because this is a stock that can easily go up 20-30% return within a year. All right, Dollar General, we would be looking to buy this near $75 in my opinion. It's dropped quite a bit, but it's a very strong stock, good company. So I think once it goes above 75, it can easily reach into the mid 80s. Gold stock, we'll probably be looking to buy it close to $12, $11.50. GBX, we'll be looking to buy it near $45.50. Qualcomm, I'll have to see how this week does, because there's this gap down that happened and it's sort of filled in from last week. So in my opinion, it may have to break out from here, go above 60 before it could be a good buy. Mckesson is doing pretty well, and it's actually a buy on our list. So we'll be looking to see if we can invest again in this coming week, inshallah, to buy it at a little lower cost. And this is a very solid company again, because Mckesson is in medical distribution. They create supplies. They're a solid company worth over $34 billion, and their stock usually, just when it continues going up, it's gone up exponentially well. So Colfax is, as we can see, in an uptrend, and we'll be looking for a breakout above 41 to buy Colfax. GOV, we'd probably be looking to buy it above $23. Now, Mylan is at 39. We believe this could be a good buy near $40, but we'll still keep on tracking because it has had a significant downtrend. So it's going to be important for us to watch out for that. Proof point is reaching all-time highs, so that's going to be a good buy if it continues breaking above it. So Hecla Mining, we're still in this position, gold company, so we anticipate that it'll continue going higher, and if it doesn't, we'll try to limit our losses and move our stops above so that our risk is very little. American Airlines, another airline company. Coach is what we discussed a couple of weeks ago, that it was near its three-year high, and after that it popped up. So I think we'll look to buy it above $46, and once that happens, there's a good chance that the stock can go up by 10% in the coming few months. Tzu was one of the stocks that we had taken, reached its value high or profit target. MGA, we're looking to buy MGA again near $46.23. So it's pretty exact. So, you know, MGA is a good company. Their stock can easily go up by $5-6 a share. So there's a lot of potential here. SPNC is going down, so we'll just keep an eye out for that. ABC, I would look to buy it near 91.55. KSU is Kansas Southern. We may look for a little bit of a pullback and then try to buy it at a lower cost. Dick's Sporting Goods, we're going down. Let me remove that. And Century Aluminum, metals company, we anticipate to buy it near $15.42. That's what we will be looking for. Nautilus is going down. Vonage, ALKS, we are still in this position. So this coming week is important because if it drops below $56.50, we'll close in our position and we'll cut our losses. AEM is continuing to go up, so we're excited about that. AMKR, we'll be looking to probably invest at around $11.83. AMBA has, even though it's reached its target, you can close half the position on this stock, and for the remaining half you can move it to the entry price, so that way even if the stock goes against you, you still locked in with profits. So we anticipate that AMBA might continue going higher. XPO, the same way, it reached its first and the second target that we had in mind for it, so we're good on that. And US, we're going to keep a close eye on this because if it closes below last week's low, we'll look to close the position. WUBA is doing well. Again, it reached its initial profit target that we had, and you can close half the position. The other half you can move it to around $39.50. So even if the stock goes against you, you'll still be profitable overall. But we anticipate that it will continue going higher. COM did really well for us last week. We made about 4% return on this stock, so we anticipate that it'll continue going higher. Alright, well guys, those are the stocks that we had in play, what's going on with the market. So we'll keep an eye for the lookout. I do believe that the market might start to correct itself and might go down for a while. In that case, stocks such as industrial metals stocks tend to do really well. So we'll keep an eye for those. Alright guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. I hope this video helps you guys. Once again, have a great day. Happy Ramadan and Assalamu alaikum.